Morning, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Business Bitesize. And today I wanted to just reflect a little bit on what I consider to be probably the number one issue for the clients and businesses that I'm working with, and that's attraction and retention of people. So I'm sure you've picked up post-pandemic towards Christmas. There's been various reports and research out, including a report from McKinsey talking about the Great Resignation. So people are looking to move, thinking about their careers and their next step. And I think part of that has been the impact of the pandemic. People are making decisions, sort of life decisions, thinking more closely about those things than perhaps they were previously. So in terms of reflecting on where you are with your own recruitment and retention of people, I think there's just a few things on the screen there that might be worth thinking about. And the first one is really understanding the different generations within the workforce. And again, this isn't necessarily a new thing, but I think it's certainly worth, if you've not done it, doing some research and having a think about the people within the workforce that you have and what their different ambitions and requirements are from a job, in simple terms. So at the moment, about 35% of the workforce is millennials, and we know obviously that Gen Z are now starting to come into the workforce, and across the other side, of course, people are getting older, retiring and leaving. So veterans require different results, inputs, benefits from a job. Their expectations are different to millennials and Gen Z, so it's certainly worth doing a bit of thinking about who makes up your current workforce, who's likely to be joining the workforce, and whether you're offering the right things for that generation, which may not be the same as the other generations. And then I just picked up 7 things that we sort of encourage people to think about. Rewards and benefits, I guess, is the obvious one to start with. For the later generations, those things have less significance, less importance in the scheme of things. But clearly, what we are seeing with most of the clients is quite strong wage inflation, not least driven by cost of living going up. Fast track career planning, so we're seeing that the younger generation are looking to move ahead and progress perhaps more quickly than the older generation is expected to. Mentoring and coaching, I think, is important in terms of people's personal development. That's the sort of thing they're looking for. Certainly people are looking to join firms where they think it's going to be a fun place to work. Job security, I think, again, to an element is also an issue, but again, possibly for the older generations, the job security is perhaps more important than the younger generations. Younger generation expect to have 2 or 3 careers, 2 or 3 jobs or more throughout their working lives. Variety of work is important, we find, and people want to be exposed to different things, and again, that's some development issues in and around that, I think. And the final one I've put on there is leadership. So we do find that employees are looking for strong leadership. They want to understand what the purpose of the business is and what the culture is, and make sure that they fit in. So this is, again, important for perhaps the younger generations more so. So I think that, again, those are sort of some points to reflect on. Behind that, we just need to think about 4 things as well. So I would be asking whether you're good at attracting applicants in the first place. Do you get good responses to your vacancies when you advertise them? So that's the attraction piece. What about your recruitment process? If you're getting lots of applications, are you able to convert those into actual recruits? In terms of retention, again, that should be easy to look at the numbers and see what sort of retention rates you have. Do people tend to stay with you once you've recruited them? And then what about personal development and performance management for the people that are within the business? So where do you score on those? So I think those are 4 key areas to think about. And then there's 7 things on the screen in terms of what you're offering the team. And as I said at the start, just think about who makes up your team, because not everybody from each generation will be looking to get the same things out of their careers. So thanks for listening. It's a tricky one for sure. Good news is that pretty much everybody's suffering with the same issue. I think most of the businesses I work with are trying to recruit. But there are some answers. If we can solve that one, then we get ahead of the game. Good luck.